tinyML stands for Tiny Machine Learning. What is tinyML? Basically, the way we define it is running machine learning models in devices that consume less than 1 milliwatt. When we think about it, this is a very strict condition and at the same time brings very nice side effects like low hardware cost, low energy use, which gives us huge battery life, no need for communications, and potentially absolute privacy. The best way to understand these concepts is to dive into specific examples. Like this one, this actually comes from the TensorFlow Lite GitHub repository. The example is micro-speech example, and this microcontroller process a machine learning model at only 20 kilobytes in size. Is very impressive, very small size. It recognizes two keywords, yes and no. As we can see, whenever the microcontroller identifies the word yes, the light goes green, and when it identifies the word no, the light goes red. We can train the model to use or identify other keywords. Could be true or false, on or off. As we can see, if we have a microcontroller with a standalone battery, basically we have a standalone switch that we can place it anywhere and it will run as long as the battery lasts. The hardware we use for this specific example is an Arduino Nano BLE Sense 33. It only costs $30. It's easy to program. It has Bluetooth Low Energy built in. It's only tens of milliwatts and it's a small form factor. Next, we have a similar device. This one is a SparkFun Edge board. It's actually cheaper. It costs $15 and power consumption is in the range of 1 to 2 milliwatts. It has Arduino support. The difference with this one is it actually has a battery slot, meaning it will run just based on a battery standalone, and it's also a small form factor. If we go back to the TensorFlow Lite micro GitHub repository, we see that it has other demos. The one we saw is voice recognition, listening out for a wake word. The next one is a magic one, which detects gestures using an accelerometer. The third one is a person detector, analyze a camera image to spot people. We can actually use a setup like this, for image detection. This is custom made, and it uses the same microcontroller we already saw, an Arduino Nano 33 BLE Sense, plus a camera, an ArduCam Mini 2MP Plus, and it's only $25. As you can see, with $55, we can run a machine learning algorithm that identified people. Going back to the TensorFlow Lite micro GitHub repository, the core of this hands-on project will be to analyze the demos, to identify the machine learning model or machine learning algorithms they used, and also understand the entire process from beginning to end. In this case, we could actually use a regular desktop or laptop to train the models, but we'll have to use TensorFlow Lite Micro to reduce the size of the model. We'll also have to convert the model to a binary format that the device accepts. After that, we'll have to flash the model into the device and finally test the device and evaluate the results. That will determine the scope of the hands-on project. We can also find more information at the tinyML Foundation, which is tinyml.org, and it also has some forums where you can post, ask questions, and search for answers at forums.tinyml.org. Thank you.